Hey there, Adam. Got your part here. I'm going to show you a couple things. First off, we can easily, cut your part just by drawing a simple rectangle and cutting through all. That's an easy way to do it, just from what you have right here. But a better way, if we go back here, so we got your part here. A couple of things I wanted to mention to you. So right here you have your extrusion, and first off it's going one way from the origin, so you have your origin planes here. You can switch this to go both ways, and that'll put it in the center, which will then give you your origin plane here and here. Now this one also, the origin plane isn't through the center of the part, so if we go actually into the sketch and delete this real quick and then bring it back in the center point, project that geometry, and then put the midpoint here onto the center point, so that way everything's in the center. Also, this line, we're going to make that construction line because it's not actually doing anything other than giving us some problems. Your dimensions in the middle here, so I'd kind of drag that out for clarity just for yourself, when you're making it. So also you have these dimensions going to the center, so instead I'm going to delete this out. Oh, take that back. That's fine. So our extrusion, we're going to redefine this profile, because what you have now is you can select this entire thing. Before, you had that line that was solid, it was preventing you from doing so. So if we select the middle, it goes to there. We're going to delete this hole because now it's included in that first one. And we can actually delete this sketch too. And then this one. So we're going to redefine this to that face first. And you can see that this kind of went crazy because this hole is dependent for that edge that the dimension is for. So I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to delete this. So that way this is fully unconstrained. Project the geometry of this entire face, and it brings it in. So I'm going to delete that too. So project the face. Then you can use the perpendicular. So you select the center point of that line to here, so it's always in line, and then this way for this line. Now you could do the origin point or the center, because now since we redefined it, the center point goes through the whole entire center in that part. But for this instance, we're just going to leave it like that. So now it sticks to the center. Moving forward, you have a center point here on this sketch, which I think I might have broken something. Anyway, so project this, stick to the center. Keep going. So now we have our hole off that center point. Those chamfers. So I deleted the other chamfers. So you have a 45 and a 2 mil. The distance always does 45. So you could just select multiple ones instead of having to do one on a face. So if you know it's going to be a 45-degree angle, you can just use the distance command and it'll go both ways. If you want to do the distance and the angle, but this is always 45, so just be aware of that. Now we can select multiple ones in a single go. So then we're getting into our holes here. Now you have this sketch 8 defined on this plane that you had to create. Well, if we redefine this to our new center plane, we can delete this entire sketch there. I think this one is not used. I think this one's not used. Nice. So now our sketch is here. If we go to our wireframe, it needs some dimensions. So if we dimension from here to there, it's, call that 16. And then we can also use, so now they're in line and it's a set distance away. Or if you're gonna do something like that. So then our extrusion can go through all both ways. So now it goes up and down. So that's, I think, what you're trying to do. And then if we wanted to do our extrusion cut through all, you could either do a sketch from the middle plane here and do project edges, or project cut edges, and it'll cut through the whole part. So that way then you could either draw whatever you wanted to. Make sure that the middle point of this is the middle point of there. So that way whenever you change, go the same way. So then you can set your distance for this line. Let's say 16. And our other depth would be 52. Finish our sketch, extrude, and then cut both ways through all. So that cuts all the way through. Okay, and you're done. So that's the easier way. You can check out JD's attached model for how to do the revolution. He puts everything in this sketch, which is nice, because then you can cut things like that. So I hope that gets you going, but a simple extrude cut is the answer to your question. So I hope that helps.